Okay, guys and gals, we got everything figured out. But the problem was it was a neutral wire that wasn't connected all the way. It's causing me where it wasn't powering the loads from the battery, but it would power the loads from the utility because the utility was linked to the to my breaker panel and had a neutral there, but the neutral was loose on the in the transfer switch. I got it tightened up and it started powering the loads. User error, as they say it usually is. There, it's got the battery voltage is 26.4. According to my Victron Smart Shunt, I'm at 96% right now. I was at 100% when I started this. It's been going for a little while. Let's see what we got here. Okay, right now we are drawing 134 watts right now from the batteries. You see it's all on battery. I got it in SBU mode right now. And the circuits I have in my transfer switch that are activated are the ones right here. These right here are still on, they're flipped down. That means they're still on line mode. The top is generator mode, but I have my solar on the generator, same difference. And these four right here are still on the on line mode, still off on the grid. But I have all 6 of these on this end. I set them up that way as the more critical ones, the ones I want powered all the time. And those, as you see, they're pressed all the way up. And they're on solar. And those 6 are my Wi-Fi and Wi-Fi routers, my office, my dining room and camera and security system, my sump pump, which is one of the most important things I need, and that I really built this system for was the upstairs refrigerator and the freezer. We have a freezer down in the basement, fridge upstairs, and a sump pump, and that's these first 3 switches here. These are most important. If it all came down to it, I would shut off all these and just leave these going if it came down to the nitty gritty, because those are the ones I really need more than anything, is that sump pump. Well, in a storm or something like that anyway. And we had an incident the other night where the sump pump, and I didn't have this set up yet, and the sump, it poured rain, and we had some really bad rain, and the power went out. And the sump pump was filling up and getting ready to flood the basement. The sump was. So I had to hook my generator up just to get the sump pump going to keep that sump empty. And at 1 o'clock in the morning, the neighbors wasn't happy because I've got a very large generator. This one right here. Champion. It's a very large generator, but I tell you what, it's noisy. But everything seems to be working good, and we're going to I'm running a test right now according to my, like I said, according to my Victron Smart Shunt monitor, and I can't show that right now because I'm using my phone to record this, and I'll have to pull up on my phone. But I looked a few minutes ago before I started recording, and it said I had 8 hours and At this current load, I had 8 hours and 23 minutes worth of power to power this load from this battery. And this is just a 100 amp hour 24 volt battery. That's two 12 volt batteries, as I told you before. 100 amp hour batteries hooked up in series for 24 volts at 100 amp hours. And it said I had 8 hours and 21 minutes worth of power left to power the loads that I currently have on right now. And then, of course, when it gets down to, well, it's probably not going to go that large because I got my, I got it set to when it hits 24 volts, it's going to switch back over utility. But we'll see. I'm going to try to catch it when it switches over, or to make sure it switches over. I'm going to set my alarm to get up probably like 3 a.m. so I can come down here and see how close we are. But we get once I finish the test, we'll continue this. All right. Talk to you later. Okay. It is now 3:35 in the morning, and battery voltage is now at 25.2, and we're drawing this fluctuation around 180 watts for those still those same 6 loads, critical loads. So it's going to go over the 8 hours that my app had estimated. I'm going to go back to bed, and we're going to come back and check on this again and see where we at. All right. Okay, we have fast forwarded about 2 months from the end of the last clip. I now have 2 batteries. I muted this part of the video just because I'm repeating a lot of the stuff I've already talked about already, but I have added 2 batteries to my system. It's 24 volts at 200 amp hours now, and I am able to power all 3 of my loads pretty much 24 hours a day. Now keep in mind, this is summertime. In the wintertime, no, I cannot power all my loads because I don't get enough solar to refill my batteries. So the grid will kick in and recharge my batteries. But still, it works autonomously. I don't even have to think about it. I don't have to check it. I don't have to do anything. I do just for fun of it. I check, make sure everything's working, but I mean, I go weeks sometimes without even looking at it. Everything's working fine. I am still powering those same 3 loads. My refrigerator upstairs, my deep freezer downstairs, and my sump pump. Now those loads don't take a lot of power, and that's why I'm able to do that as far as running 24/7. Now the other loads I have on my transfer switch, I can switch those on, and this will power it. Here's the other 2 batteries I added, making my battery bank now 24 volts by 200 amp hours. But like I was saying, the other loads that's hooked to my transfer switch, I can run them all for several hours, but not overnight. I could probably run everything in here for 6 hours. I could switch it all. And I am going to be increasing my battery bank again, and also increasing my solar panels. But thanks for watching. Continue to follow me for more updates in the future.